Hi everybody, this is God SAAD for the SAAD Truth. I wanted to take a moment to wish my American viewers a happy Independence Day. No society is perfect, and certainly the United States has many social ills that one could seek to improve on. But when it comes to individual liberties and individual freedoms and the capacity to pursue happiness, then certainly the United States is the bastion in guaranteeing such possibilities, and we should all be thankful that the United States exists, and we should all do what we can to strengthen societies that are open, secular, pluralistic, and tolerant, and certainly make sure to fight against any intrusions that try to weaken our freedoms. With that in mind, I wanted to briefly mention the ways by which our liberties are often eroded without people realizing that this is happening. And I'll mention one general example and then one specific example from my personal life. Many of you during this holiday weekend are traveling by air, in which case you probably have noticed the increased security at the airports. Now, I don't know the exact figure, but I believe that since 9/11 in the United States alone, well over $1 trillion has been spent on security. And I suspect that the source of the threats is probably not the Jains, the Amish, the Raelians, the Seventh-day Adventists, or the Hasidic Jews. But then again, we don't know what the root cause is. It has been redacted from all official manuals. But maybe we could ask Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Justin Trudeau, and Bill Nye to weigh in. I'm sure they have a handle on the situation. We trust our leaders and thinkers. The second example I wanted to share with you is a personal one. Last week, my wife returned home roughly around midday with one of our children. I was expecting our child to be at daycare, and so I was surprised when she returned with our son. I asked her what the story was. I thought maybe he was sick, and she said no, there was a threat, a security threat in the vicinity. A unattended bag was found, and so the recommendation was that she take our son home. This is happening in the 21st century in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Now, if you are an Israeli, you've probably faced this type of scenario your whole life, right? Since the creation of the modern state of Israel in 1948, Israel has faced a collective existential threat from its neighbors, but also on a daily basis, people have to be careful and on the lookout for a suspicious-looking man or woman or a bag that's left unattended. It has become part of the daily reflexes that people possess in Israel. Now, one wouldn't have thought that that reality would be something that is becoming quite normal in the West, as evidenced by the fact that my child was returned home last week because of a suspected, I guess in this case, bomb threat. Who do you think the security people probably thought might have been responsible for the bomb threat? Was it animal rights activists? Was it people fighting against evil capitalism? Was it, what is it? What do you think it was? Well, I don't know what it was, because I know that all of the information that might allow me to come to a reasonable conclusion have been redacted. And I know that politically correct progressive people can't say what it is. But here is my advice to you. If people don't start growing a pair, start speaking honestly, openly, without restraint about the dangers that we face in the West and about ways by which we can resolve those dangers, they're not going to go away, those dangers. They're only going to intensify. The episode with my son last week will become a more frequent recurrence. We have plenty of data from around the world that suggests that nothing could be clearer. The existence of gravity couldn't be clearer than the realities that we see globally and historically. Yet people don't wish to appear bigoted and phobic and racist and so on. Everybody is welcome into our societies as long as they wish to live in peace with our values, with our secular, liberal, free values. If you do, welcome in, my brother. If you don't, then you're not welcome. Nothing could be clearer, nothing could be more simple. The quicker and the sooner that people realize these profoundly simple realities, the better the lives of our children and grandchildren will be. But I can assure you that this problem is not going to be willed away. You can't pray away this problem. You can't put your head in the sand. You can't sing kumbaya. You can't spew your politically correct platitudes. The problem will find you. And when it does, it won't be pretty. So either we try to be honest about the situation and deal with it today without bloodshed, or we'll deal with it later and with much regret. I can assure you that it will be with much greater bloodshed. So again, happy Independence Day. Cherish the freedoms that you have. Take it from somebody who comes from a society that has experienced what it is to have hatred, that has experienced what it is to have former neighbors turn on each other because of the hate that is part of the fabric of religious narratives. I'm not saying which religion, because I don't know that. I'm progressive, so I wouldn't be able to tell you which religion it is. That has been redacted. But please rest assured that if we don't solve this problem, it's not going to go away. Happy Independence Day. Cheers.